What's up, guys? Muilisx here. What's going on, everybody? It is 20 to 11, Sunday night. Um, I got woke up. Well, let me step back a little bit. The other day, I went outside to get in my truck, and I noticed something wet on the driveway under the truck. So I touched it. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I just figured it was maybe power steering fluid, like just a drop of power steering fluid because I just got the power steering fixed. So I thought maybe it was leaking. So I turned on the truck. I turned the wheel. The wheel's turning fine. I don't hear the pump dry like it would make if the pump doesn't have power steering fluid. It makes noise when you turn the wheel. Wasn't doing that, so I didn't really pay it no mind. Started driving. No, no problem. Yesterday I was driving and I noticed that on my dashboard the gauge light was lighting up. Check gauges, but it just kept going out. I was like, oh, now my gauges are going out. Great. Now I gotta check to get the gauge fixed. Yeah, whatever. Today I woke up and was getting ready for work. I got in my truck. Now my check gauge light was illuminated. It was on. It wasn't turning off. And my oil pressure gauge was bouncing around. You know. So I'm like, what the fuck? So it dawned on me that that wasn't power steering fluid. It was motherfucking oil because I was so tired I wasn't paying attention. So I get back out. I touch the puddle on the driveway, and sure enough, it's fucking oil. So I check. I pull out my oil dipstick. I dry it with a paper towel. I push it back in. I go up and down with it, and I pull it out, and there's no oil on the dipstick at all. It's fucking oil. So my truck has no, you know, it has enough oil not to fucking seize up, but there's not enough oil in the truck. So it was oil. So I drove the truck over to Midas, and I know the guy there. So I pulled it into the bay. I put the thing on. I lifted it up. I did. I pushed the button. And I checked under the car. I thought maybe the oil filter came loose or the drain bolt came loose. It's not the case. It's tight as hell, and the whole bottom of the truck is soaked in oil because you're driving. The oil's leaking and it's blowing back on the truck, so everything's drenched. Um, I got an oil leak. I've never had an oil leaking problem before, and all of a sudden the oil's leaking. Ironically, after I get the power steering fixed, so I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was the guy that did the power steering. I don't know if he did something. The guy was a dick, by the way. I show up and I'm like, open the bay, and he's like, why? I'm like, Bobby told me to bring the car in. He's like, oh no, it's Sunday. You have to leave. Probably have to leave car for a couple of days. And I was like, well, Bobby told me to put it in. Like, and I'm like, I'm a fucking customer. You're talking to me like that? Are you fucking kidding me? You're talking to me with a fucking attitude, or because the guy wanted to go home. It's Sunday. No one's telling you to work on it. He's working on the fucking thing. Shut your mouth. Fucking rude ass mother. So I went inside. I went to the guy Bobby. I'm like, Bobby, I think I'm gonna take us somewhere else. I said, your guy inside's giving me major attitude for no reason at all. He's like, oh, I'll handle it. I'll handle it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it doesn't matter because shouldn't be. I'm like, I don't care either way. You shouldn't be fucking talking to me like that. I'm the customer. I know because he's in a bad mood. Shouldn't be taking that shit out on me. So I had to leave the truck there because it got too late, and they're gonna check it out first thing in the morning where it's coming from. So I had to go to Walmart and I had to buy oil and oil filter. Just did the fucking oil change with the Pennzoil. Um, I could probably reuse that same oil filter because it only been on there 500 miles, but whatever. We're gonna dump it out. We're gonna degrease the whole bottom of the truck. Well, he's going to. I'm at work. Degrease the whole bottom of the truck and put some oil in and see where it's leaking from so we can find the leak. And then maybe it's a gasket or a seal or something, and figure it out. Get some oil in there. So I went to Walmart and I bought oil. I didn't go with the Pennzoil this time. I wanted to try something different. Alright, so I went with the Mobile High Mileage. It's $15 for 5 quarts. So my old manager told me this is recycled oil, mobile supers, and what's that other oil called? not STP. What's the other one called? Quaker State, and it's recycled oil. I don't. I mean, it could be whatever, but Mobile One in my bike has been awesome, so I'm pretty sure Mobile in my truck would be pretty good. So we got the 5W30 high mileage Mobile here, 5 quarts. Truck takes 4.5. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. All right. I went ahead and got the engine degreaser. All right, this was like almost $3. I would have got the Gunk brand, but the Gunk brand was like 5, and I don't want to fucking spend it. The worst oil filter you can possibly ever buy for your vehicle is a Fram oil filter. The worst filter you could possibly buy. It's cardboard. It's really the worst. It's the worst filter in the world. It really is. Fram is the worst filter. So Muilisx, why'd you buy it? Why'd you buy it if it's so bad? Why'd you buy it? Why'd you buy it? Why'd you buy it? Why'd you buy it, Muilisx? Why? I'll tell you why I bought the Fram oil filter. Is it because I want to give Fram a second chance? Do I want to prove that Fram is a really good oil filter and everyone's talking shit? Or did Muilisx pull a fast one on Walmart and put a K&N filter in the box? Muilisx bought a K&N oil filter, 2001 size, nice, beautiful, high quality K&N oil filter for the price of a Fram. That's right, folks. I spent $3.47 on a K&N oil filter. But, you know, I don't do stuff like that often. It's just, I just did a fucking oil change. I'm not spending $15 on a fucking K&N oil filter. Fuck that shit. Officer, I got in the car, I opened the box, there was a K&N in there. Don't know who did it, don't know why. I looked out, I kept the filter. Officer. Alright? So, I'm gonna bring him, I'll probably bring him the Pennzoil here just for him to put in to find the leak. Because I don't want him using my brand new oil to find the leak. But maybe I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna save that to top off if I need to. Well, I'll have half of that to top off too. But whatever. Figure it out. All I know is I got everything I need. I gotta drop this in the morning before work. I'll probably leave him a note in there. Alright, because he's gonna pour all that fucking oil in and it's all gonna fucking come out. What he's fucking gonna do. I should have bought really cheap fucking oil and left him a note saying, use this oil to find leak. Use this oil for oil change. See what happens. Anyway, guys, I gotta get ready for bed. I want to get some sleep tonight and be up early tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, have a good night. Peace.